An earthquake does not knock on the door. It does not send a text message. It does not wait until the house is clean, the children are awake, the phone is charged, or the flashlight has fresh batteries. It just starts. 1 second, everything is normal. The next second, the floor is moving under your feet. The walls are making sounds you have never heard before. Cabinets are opening, glass is breaking, dogs are barking, children are scared, and your mind is trying to catch up with what is already happening. That is why earthquake readiness matters. Not because we want to live in fear, but because when the shaking starts, you will not have time to build a plan. You will only have time to use the plan you already made. And that plan does not have to be complicated. In this video, we are going to walk through earthquake readiness in a simple way. Before the earthquake, during the earthquake, and after the earthquake. Because each part matters. Before the earthquake, your job is to reduce the danger around you. During the earthquake, your job is to protect your body. After the earthquake, your job is to survive the damage, the confusion, and the aftershocks. So let's start before the shaking ever begins. Look around the room you are in right now. Do not look at it like a normal room. Look at it like the ground is about to move sideways. What can fall? What can slide? What can break? What can block your way out? That tall bookshelf might look harmless today, but in an earthquake, it can become a falling wall. That television might be fine sitting on a table, but when the house shakes, it can slide off and crash down. Mirrors, picture frames, cabinets, shelves, bottles, glass, appliances, decorations. All of these things can become hazards when the ground starts moving. Most people think of earthquakes as the ground cracking open, but inside a home, many injuries come from ordinary things becoming dangerous. So the first step is simple. Secure what can fall. Anchor tall furniture to the wall. Move heavy objects to lower shelves. Do not keep glass, tools, heavy decorations, or breakable items high above beds, chairs, or places where people sit. Check your kitchen. Cabinets can open during shaking. Dishes can fall, glass can scatter across the floor. If you live in a place where earthquakes are possible, cabinet latches are not a bad idea. Now check the bedrooms. This is one of the most important places because earthquakes can happen at night. Ask yourself one question. If the shaking started while I was asleep, what would fall on me? Is there a shelf above the bed, a heavy picture frame, a mirror, a tall cabinet nearby, a fan, lamp, or loose object that could crash down? Fix that before the earthquake decides to test it. And beside the bed, keep a simple night earthquake kit. Not a giant survival bag. Just the basics. A pair of shoes, a flashlight, maybe gloves, maybe a whistle, maybe your glasses if you need them, and a charged power bank if you have one. Why shoes? Because after an earthquake, the floor may be covered with broken glass, cracked tile, nails, splinters, or debris. You do not want to wake up in the dark, step out of bed, and cut your feet before you even get started. That one simple habit, shoes and flashlight beside the bed, can make a big difference. Now let's talk about your family plan. A family earthquake plan does not need to be fancy. You need 3 things. Where do we take cover? Where do we meet after? And how do we contact each other if phones are not working well? Walk through your home and choose safe spots. Under a sturdy table, beside a strong interior wall, away from windows, away from shelves, away from anything that can fall. Then choose a meeting place outside the house, not right beside a wall that could collapse, not under power lines, not near trees that may drop branches. Pick a clear place where everyone knows to go when it is safe to move. Then choose a second meeting place outside your neighborhood, in case the area around your home is blocked or unsafe. And choose one emergency contact outside your immediate area. Sometimes after a disaster, local calls may not work well, but a text message to someone farther away may get through. Teach everyone to send a simple message. I am safe. I am at the meeting place. I need help. Simple messages matter when everybody is scared. Now let's move to the moment itself. The shaking starts. What do you do? The answer is not to run around. It is not to sprint outside. It is not to stand in a doorway. The answer is drop, cover, hold on. Drop to your hands and knees. This helps keep the shaking from throwing you to the ground. Cover your head and neck. If you can, Get under a sturdy table or desk. Hold on to it because it may move. Stay there until the shaking stops. If there is no table nearby, get low beside an interior wall. Protect your head and neck with your arms. Stay away from windows, mirrors, glass doors, tall furniture, and anything that can fall. This is important. Do not run outside while the shaking is happening. Outside may sound safer, but the path to get there may be full of falling glass, collapsing walls, roof tiles, wires, and debris. Many injuries happen when people try to move during the strongest shaking. If you are inside, stay inside and protect yourself. If you are outside, stay outside. Move away from buildings, walls, trees, streetlights, and power lines. Find an open area if you can. Drop low and protect your head. If you are driving, do not slam on the brakes in panic. Pull over safely. Stop away from bridges, overpasses, trees, power lines, and buildings if possible. Stay inside the vehicle until the shaking stops. The car gives some protection from falling objects, but you still need to watch what is around you. Now let's talk about something many people forget. The first shaking may not be the last shaking. Aftershocks can come minutes later, hours later, sometimes days later. So when the shaking stops, do not immediately relax. Pause. Breathe. Look around. Check yourself. Are you bleeding? Can you stand? Can you move? Then check the people around you. Children, older family members, neighbors if it is safe. Pets if you can reach them safely. But remember, you cannot help anyone if you become the next person who needs rescue. So move carefully. Watch for broken glass. Watch for cracks. Watch for falling objects. Watch for unstable walls, ceilings, posts, and stairs. If the building looks damaged, get out when it is safe to move. But do not rush blindly. Put on shoes. Take your flashlight. Grab your phone if it is nearby. Grab your emergency bag if it is close and safe to reach. Then move out carefully. Once outside, move away from buildings. Do not stand beside walls. Do not stand under wires. Do not stand near damaged structures just because everyone else is standing there. After a quake, people often gather in the wrong place. They step outside and stop right under the thing that may fall next. Move to open ground, then check for hazards. Do you smell gas? Do you see smoke? Are there sparks? Are power lines down? Is water leaking? Are walls cracked? Are there landslide risks nearby? Is there a tsunami risk if you are near the coast? This part matters. An earthquake is not always the end of the danger. Sometimes it is the beginning of the next danger. Fire, gas leaks, blocked roads, downed power lines, damaged bridges, unstable buildings, landslides, tsunami warnings. This is why emergency information matters. If you have a battery radio, use it. If your phone works, check official alerts. Do not spread rumors. Do not forward scary messages unless you know they are real. After a disaster, bad information can move faster than help. Now let's talk about your emergency supplies. You do not need to build everything in one day. Start simple: water, food, flashlight, batteries or rechargeable lights, power bank, first aid kit, medications, copies of important documents, cash if possible, a whistle, basic hygiene items, a small radio if you have one, food and water for pets if you have pets, and if you have children, include comfort items, a small toy, a blanket, something familiar. Fear is not only physical. During a disaster, people need comfort too. Try to have enough supplies for at least several days, but do not let the perfect kit stop you from making a basic kit. A small kit today is better than a perfect kit you never build. Start with what you have, then improve it little by little. One flashlight this week, extra water next week, a first aid kit after that, a power bank when you can. Readiness is not one big heroic act. It is a series of small decisions made before trouble arrives. Now let's bring this back to the home. Tonight, you can do 3 things. First, secure one thing that could fall. Just one: a shelf, a mirror, a television, a cabinet. Start there. Second, pick your safe spots. Where will you drop, cover, and hold on in each room? Do not wait until the shaking starts to decide. Third, Put shoes and a flashlight beside your bed. That is simple. That is practical. That is something you can do tonight. And if you live with family, practice it once. Do not just talk about it. Practice. Say, earthquake. Then everyone drops, covers, and holds on. It may feel silly for 10 seconds, but it will not feel silly when your body remembers what to do during a real quake. That is the point of practice. You are training your body before fear takes over. Because in an earthquake, the ground moves fast. Fear moves fast. Confusion moves fast. But preparation moves faster if you built it ahead of time. Earthquake readiness is not about predicting the day. It is about respecting the possibility. It is about looking at your home with honest eyes. It is about protecting the people you love. It is about making the first few minutes after disaster less chaotic. You may not be able to stop the shaking, but you can secure the shelf. You can move the heavy object. You can keep shoes by the bed. You can choose a meeting place. You can teach your family to drop, cover, and hold on. You can prepare enough that when the moment comes, you are not starting from zero. So here's the challenge. Before you go to sleep tonight, do one thing, not 10 things. One thing. Move something heavy to a lower shelf. Put a flashlight beside your bed. Choose your family meeting place. Practice drop, cover, and hold on. One action tonight could prevent one injury later. And that is what readiness really means. Not fear, not panic, not obsession. Just wisdom before the ground starts moving. Stay ready, stay calm, and take care of the people around you.